What's a fiscal emergency special session? So, in addition to the governor of California being able to call a special session or an extraordinary session of the legislature, California law also allows for special sessions in certain fiscal emergencies. This authority was adopted by the voters in an amendment to the California Constitution in March 2004. It was Prop 58, and it amended Section 10 of Article 4 of the California Constitution to allow for special sessions to be called to address state fiscal emergencies. Subdivision F in Section 10 specifically provides that if the governor determines that for that particular fiscal year, general fund revenues will decline substantially below the estimate of general fund revenues upon which the budget bill for that fiscal year as enacted was based, or where the general fund expenditures will increase substantially above the estimate of general fund revenues, or a combination of the two, then the governor may issue a proclamation declaring a fiscal emergency and require the legislature to assemble in special session for the purpose of addressing the fiscal emergency. Naturally, per the Constitution, the governor's proclamation has to identify the nature of the fiscal emergency, and the written proclamation is submitted by the governor to the legislature, usually accompanied by proposed legislation to address that fiscal emergency. Now, a unique rule, as opposed to regular special sessions, where the legislature must convene them, but they don't actually have to enact any legislation. In this section, Section 10 again, 10F of the Article 4 of the state constitution, it says if the legislature fails to pass and send the governor a bill or bills to address the fiscal emergency by the 45th day following the issuance of the governor's proclamation, then the legislature is prohibited from acting on any other bill, and the legislature cannot adjourn for a joint recess until the bill or bills have been passed and sent to the governor. So they have to stay put in Sacramento and pass one or more bills within 45 days of the governor issuing the proclamation. Otherwise, they can't do any other legislative work. And finally, a bill addressing the fiscal emergency declared is required to contain a statement to that effect. And so actually, there is language in a plus section at the end of every bill that's introduced in a fiscal emergency special session that explains why that bill is required to be enacted to address the fiscal emergency that was declared by the governor.